What do you think about the game? Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, the game is nice and meaty. Like, there's a lot of interesting interactions that you can do, either with on your turn or on the opponent's turn. Things are a little complicated to get up and running to start, but once you get into it, it runs pretty smoothly and just a lot of neat interactions with things.
I like the combat style, seems kind of interesting. The responses seem kind of intuitive, so you only can do things if it says counter, otherwise you're not doing anything on your opponent's turn, which is very nice. The art is fantastic on it. Pretty self-contained, I like it.
The game.
I liked how at the end of the game I just felt like everyone was trading haymakers back and forth. Like it was just like bomb after bomb, you know?
Yeah. The game definitely crescendos. Like you're building and then eventually you get to the point where you have a lot to play, which I didn't think they would at the beginning because it feels like you're always losing cards.
Yeah.
But because of the draw mechanic at the end and the way a lot of the cards that you pull back from the void, you still end up with a lot of things to do. And I knew what he was trying to do and he knew what I was trying to do. And so it felt like it was just a series of counters until one of us could kind of slip the last punch through. So that part was really fun.
What about you?
I like how you really have to think about not just what you want to do, but the order you want to do it. Because, you know, I lost because I performed my actions in the wrong order. And that's something I had to learn that if I were to play again in the future, I would have to think about. Because it's really tactical, because you have to think about not just what your opponent has on the board, but how they're going to react to what you're doing.
Awesome. So you guys liked it?
I like there's a lot to enjoy. The only thing that I felt like if some of the mechanics were a little bit tighter so the explanation was easier, because once you start playing it, it all makes a lot of sense. But as you're trying to learn it before you play it, like if I sat and watched someone, like I'm sure Nathan could turn and play it right now and it'd be fine. But when you were explaining it, it was a little overwhelming until suddenly, like you get like 2 rounds in, and you're like, oh, okay, this totally makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of fun. It's fast-paced at times, but it can really go either way at any point. Like one counter can change everything.
Yeah, when he cast that spell, which just totally screwed over the rest of my turn, like that's when I probably had no more questions. I think the game is, while it might be confusing at first, it definitely starts to pick up and you kind of just like understand and RTFC, read the cards, you know, once you understand that, the effects just kind of, it all rolls in.
It's very, once you read the cards and understand how your turn works, it flows so much faster. Yeah. Like a lot faster than other games. Oh, I liked it a lot. I feel like it has a lot of depth, and I appreciate that even if one player takes a big lead, I think there are enough cards, there's enough time in the game to reverse one's fortunes, or really develop kind of interesting strategies around how you combine your different cards on the field in order to overcome that.
I love how it looks and it plays really well.
Okay.
It's really cool.
Thank you.
I like that it's a unique like deck building game. Like I feel like all the deck building games that I've been playing here kind of just get copied to like Dominion. So I really like that there's like a different objective style, like kind of like a tower defense game, but like built in like a deck building game. So I like that a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's more business.
Thank you.
It looks really great, yeah.
Thank you.